Hello, as you see, there is no apple. But apple is not totally gone. The apple will appear in some videos, but not today. So we decided to go half-half, right? According to what you said to me in your emails and comments. Today I would like to talk to you about some principles of my life. You might agree, or you might just listen, and maybe you will find something useful in it. The 4 principles are parasite qualities. Number 1, there is anger. I'd like to talk to you about reality and self-pity. So the 4 key words. The first one is parasites. And parasites, like worms that live inside your body, that's not it. Parasite qualities, you know how some people would tell you, oh, I'm so lazy, I'm just a lazy person, or I'm a stubborn person. And they're not actually good qualities, but when we talk about them, it's almost that we are proud of them and we think it's part of us, but they're not doing us any good. So why do we keep them? That is a good question. Why not get rid of them? And getting rid of them, first of all, what it takes is to identify them as a parasite quality. So do not say, I'm just a lazy person, or I was born this way, because you weren't. It's the habit, it's what you acquired in your life, and it's not serving you. Nobody wants to be lazy, right? Come on. You get a lot more done when you're not lazy in any area of your life. And who likes lazy people? Do you like lazy people? When you ask them to do something, you say, like, nah, I don't feel like it. So laziness, stubbornness, whatever you can think of. Do not be proud of you because it's not part of you, it's a parasite. And I realized that early enough in life, and every time I catch myself being lazy, I get rid of it, like, as soon as I can. It's such a shameful quality to have. Well, for me at least it is, because it gets in the way of doing things. Okay, that's about parasites. The second one is anger. Anger is not a nice emotion. Nobody benefits from anger, right? So, when you experience anger, of course you do sometimes, try to look at yourself from an outside perspective, as if you're another person and looking at you, and you will be very ashamed of the emotions that you are experiencing. You know, when you see angry people fighting on the street, is that pretty? Is that attractive? Is that what you want to be? No, it's not. So that's what we will try to do in ourselves as well. Every time you experience anger, it should not be accepted as you. It should be looked at from a third perspective, from an outside perspective. So anger will have to go. It took me about 7 years to fully get rid of the anger emotion, and now whatever happens, what would make me angry before just doesn't make me angry anymore, because I know how to control the emotion. I know that I don't have to be in my body when I'm experiencing anger. I have to come outside and look at myself. Oh girl, she's getting angry. Okay, now that better be stopped now. And it's really ridiculous and shameful and funny to get angry. So anger, parasites will have to go. The third one is reality and checking with the reality. What is reality? Reality is who you are and what the world around you is and who your friends are. And most of us keep our old realities and don't update them. Like computer programs, you know, you still get something that you bought 10 years ago and hasn't been updated. Well, it's not really a good example, but realities have to be updated. You see, if I was a girl with pimples all over my face at high school and had a really low self-esteem and no confidence, and I keep that self-evaluation, keep that reality now with me, I'm not going to benefit from it. Or the other way around, if I was a very popular girl at high school and, you know, everybody was after me, and I get all arrogant and, you know, don't really talk to people and treat them as lower human beings or something like that, And now the reality is not true because I'm just like everybody else. So what we got to do, we got to check our realities often enough to be up to date, just like an application on your phone with regular updates. It just takes a bit of self-analysis and time. Not that long, really. You really have to look outside and see where you are. Really plain look. It's like people say, oh, I'm really sporty and healthy. And they're talking about the time and the person they were 5 years ago, although now it's not the case. So you got to be careful to be up to date. And the fourth one is a really huge obstacle on the way to any progress, is self-pity. And what is self-pity? It's when you start to feel sorry for yourself. It's like, oh, I don't want to wake up early in the morning because I need more sleep and, I feel tired. So I got to be easier on myself. Self-love and self-pity, but not love in a good way. Love in a pitying yourself way, which does not let you progress. So like fasting, for example, or sticking to the diet, when you say, oh, I really deserve this piece of cake because I had a really hard, stressful day, or I really deserve to have a drink with my friends because this week was just full on and I worked really hard, then do you really deserve it? Do you feel sorry for yourself sometimes? And feeling sorry for yourself will not get you anywhere, at least in my case. Now, again, these principles are personal principles, so they might be very different for you, but just wanted to share it with you today, in case if you find them interesting and maybe helpful in some way. Yeah. Talking about self-pity, it's my second day fasting. I do these fasts quite often. Well, they're not totally fasts. I still drink like coconut water and orange juice and spirulina, so they're not bare fasts. Sounds scary. But I started to feel sorry for myself today. Nice food smells from the outside. Oh, I haven't had anything for 2 days now. Aren't I a poor girl? Maybe I should just go eat something before I die. And, I don't get enough nutrition. I have to do all this stretching and talking. But that's all self-pity. You have to step away from it. Otherwise you don't get anywhere. You think things are too hard and you got to be nice and kind to yourself and spoil yourself. But you spoil yourself way too often. It's okay to spoil yourself sometimes. But why don't you spoil yourself with something useful and not harmful? There are plenty of ways, right? Okay, is this enough monologue? Okay, I will see you tomorrow.